mean, it must stop. Eventually it has to come to an end, right? Um, and this is the topic of conversation to where it seems like a mute point because you know that they're never going to stop hating on Jalen Hurts, right? I've never seen such a I've never seen a quarterback that has been this successful early on in his career hated as much as he's been hated on, right? And at first it stemmed from him not being able to throw the football, right? Because that's why he got benched in college. And then as he became an elite passer of the football down the field, they moved the goalpost and said, oh, now he can't read defenses, right? And then after that, they questioned the man's leadership ability. Then after that, he's the tush push merchant, right? And now he's on a super team, bro. Like, and I see this on TikTok, right? And I join different live streams on TikTok, and I try to make a case for Jalen, and I try to defend Jalen. But I mean, at this point, man, you have to understand that. I know this, right? I know they're gonna always hate on Jalen Hurts, right? I know this, but I have my top 10. I made a list. I got my top 10 list right here, chat. Okay, I got my top 10 list right here. Okay, now this is my top 10. Okay, um, he said that's why Hurts is so amazing. Nobody saw this coming. I disagree. I disagree wholeheartedly. I seen it coming. I seen it coming. Um, so when you look at the top 10, this is what I got. This is what I got in the top 10. I got Matthew Stafford, C.J. Stroud, Aaron Rodgers, Dak Prescott, Herbert, Jane Daniels, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, and I got Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes at one. Right now, the minute you defend your guy, the minute you defend Jalen, it's that's when they want to spew hate, right? That's when they say, "Oh, you're delusional" and things like that. But make no mistake about it, if Jalen Hurts is the only quarterback besides Tom Brady to beat Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. Okay, Jalen Hurts at this point, when you look in, when you ask yourself who's the top quarterback, when you ask yourself who's the top quarterback in the NFL, when you ask yourself that question, you have to start with who's able to beat Patrick Mahomes. Who's able to beat Patrick Mahomes? If you cannot beat Patrick Mahomes, I don't you cannot say you cannot say that your quarterback is better than Jalen Hurts, bro. Okay? Without the Super Bowl win, Jalen is top 10. Okay? I will put Jalen somewhere in like 7th or 6th, right? In that range. And that's where everybody, for the most part, has him. Some people have gone as far as to put him in the top 5. Okay? I'm putting Jalen Hurts. I mean, to be the best, you have to beat the best. Jalen Hurts has outperformed Patrick Mahomes every time he's played him in the Super Bowl. Okay? Jalen played Patrick Mahomes twice in the Super Bowl. He should be 2-0. The fact that he beat Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl, that should be more. And shout out to everybody in the chat. Brian, Robert, I see y'all in, bro. The fact that Jalen Hurts beat Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl, that's more than enough for me to give him the nod over everybody else, over Joe Burrow. I got Joe Burrow at 2 because he beat Patrick Mahomes in a championship game, in the AFC championship game. Right? When you look at this list, bro, I'll be honest with you. Regular season stats, that's all fine and dandy. You see Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson with the MVP awards, right? Coming in at 3rd and 4th. You see Jaden Daniels, Offensive Rookie of the Year, right? Coming in at 5th. I think he won Offensive Player of the Year as well. No. Saquon Barkley won Offensive Player of the Year. Jaden Daniels won Offensive Rookie of the Year, right? So for him to be in the top 5 this early on says a lot about Jaden Daniels. Justin Herbert at 6. I got Dak Prescott at 7. People feel like Dak Prescott should probably be higher. But the fact of the matter is this, bro. Dak Prescott, he has the stats, the passing yards, the money, and all of that, right? Highest paid quarterback in NFL history. He got all of those accolades, right? I think he won Rookie of the Year or something like that. The bottom line is this: Dak Prescott, he has not had any success in the playoffs. Okay, this list is based off championships, win percentage, playoff wins, Super Bowl appearances, and Super Bowls. Okay, that's all. This now by that standard, Matthew Stafford should be a bit higher, right? So I can see Matthew Stafford. Okay, you see, somebody just said that. J Rock said I got Matthew Stafford over Dak. Yeah, Dak. Now you can almost switch Matthew Stafford and Dak Prescott, to be honest, right? And I was just touching on that. Matthew Stafford should probably be higher, right? I'll be honest, but he's at the tail end of his career. I would definitely put him over. I would put him over maybe. I don't know, bro. I think at 10, I put Matthew Stafford there because he is at the tail end of his career. Um, right. So I kind of look at where you are in your NFL career, right? CJ Stroud had a down year, but he also won Rookie of the Year. If he would have followed that up, if he would have followed that up with another solid year, he would be ahead of Aaron Rodgers. Matthew Stafford and Aaron Rodgers, they are top 10 in my opinion. The Super Bowls hold weight, bro. Playoffs. Every somebody says every legends of Philly says every QB needs a Super Bowl team to win. Yeah, I agree. They do. You need pieces around you. So I don't knock the fact that a quarterback has had a super team around him. Every quarterback on this list, with maybe the exception of Justin Herbert and CJ Stroud, have had a lot more, have had talented teams. Okay, CJ Stroud has had weapons around him. Aaron Rodgers, that all of these quarterbacks have had weapons around them. Okay, this list is based off winning percentage in the winning percentage, your winning percentage, your playoff wins, and your Super Bowl. That's how I define quarterbacks. Great quarterbacks is how many games are you winning football games? Because the quarterback is the deciding factor in being able to win games. Okay, he's the great equalizer, right? He's the great equalizer. You put a quarterback on the field, and a great quarterback, and he can neutralize a team's defense. Jalen Hurts neutralizes teams' defenses. Patrick Mahomes, all of these players know how to stay on the field, manage the clock, and play keep away. All right, that's part of winning. That's part of winning. The NFL teams, when as it relates to winning, you cannot separate the quarterback from winning, from the team winning. It goes hand in hand. Okay, it's not now. I know that. Here's the thing. Right now, bro, it's really upsetting me that all the only thing that they have to talk about with Jalen Hurts is the fact that Jalen Hurts has a super team around him. A fucking super team, bro. Name one quarterback that had a Super Bowl without a team around them, bro. They can't do that. And that's what I hate, bro. They move the goalpost. They move the goalpost every time with Jalen Hurts. Is that is it become at some point, bro, they have to make up something. Now it's he had a super every quarterback that wins and wins a Super Bowl. You have to have a team around you to win a Super Bowl. Okay? We've seen Jalen Hurts carry multiple times, all right? The thing is, man, I am just so fucking sick of this, bro. The man been to 2 Super Bowls. The man has won he should have won 2 Super Bowls. He has a national championship. Like, I don't understand where is the I mean, at some point, honestly, I thought it was over after he beat Patrick Mahomes. Surely they can't say anything else about him. Surely you can't hate on him after he beat Patrick Mahomes. Dog, they still made up some shit, bro. I'm still utterly, bro. The biggest argument right now with Jalen Hurts is he's on a super team, bro. It's like I did not think. I thought once he won the Super Bowl, they would give him his credit. No, now they're trying to discredit this man because he's on a super team. Was they saying the Eagles was a super team in 2023 when we lost like 5 of our last 6 games? Was they saying we were a super team when we lost the Super Bowl? Now we're a super team. Now we're a super team, huh? Y'all wasn't calling us a super team last year, the year before that. I mean, bro, where's the super team? You understand that we got two rookie defensive backs starting on our defense. We got Zach Bond. We found him on special teams. Jordan Mailata was a 7th round pick. Y'all talk about a super team, bro. No. This is a collection of talent that we had to make sure that they reach their peak potential. That's not a fucking super team, bro. We built this shit from the ground up. How we built this from the ground? They talking about super team, bro. We built this shit from the ground up, bro. Everybody we drafted these guys. They wasn't they, bro. It took time. It took time. I mean, bro, this is wild. This is wild. It's an excuse. It discredits Jalen Hurts, of course. Look, somebody said talking about the Commanders. Power says Hurts don't have as many rings as Mahomes. It doesn't matter. He just whooped his ass. We just whooped his ass. We just beat the brakes off of them. In order to be the best, you have to beat the best. Who on this top 10 list have beat Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl? Only Jalen Hurts. If Patrick Mahomes is you guys go, Patrick Mahomes is, according to everybody, he's the best quarterback in the NFL. If Jalen beats him, what does that make Jalen? I mean, bro, it's not even rocket science, bro. This is simple. This is simplistic. I try to keep it as simple as possible for you guys. This list is based off win percentage, playoff wins, and Super Bowl wins. Right now, nobody on this list, with the exception of Patrick Mahomes, has more wins in the playoffs, more NFC championship game wins, a higher win percentage. With the exception of Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson has a higher win percentage than Jalen Hurts, but that's why Lamar Jackson is third. Okay, I watch when we whoop Lamar Jackson ass this season, bro. Lamar Jackson did something that really lowered him. That's I got. You know why I got. You know why I got Joe Burrow over Lamar Jackson? It's because Lamar Jackson he pats the stats, bro. I'm looking at garbage time games where he's trying to get stats. Bro, really Lamar Jackson, he only cares about MVPs. Okay? Josh Allen look like he only cares about MVPs. They can have those. That's what they want. They want MVPs. They don't give a fuck about winning a Super Bowl, bro. It doesn't look that way to me. Okay, they don't care about win. Some teams don't care about winning champions. Some players don't. Look, bro, I'll break this down to you guys. A lot of players don't give a fuck about Super Bowls. Okay, they want the individual accolades and they want their stats. Jalen does not give a shit. All Jalen Hurts cares about is winning. He don't care if he throws for 110 passing yards. See, that's what they care about. That's what they more focused on. Dank, what's the word? Jane Daniels, you say dirt ball? Dirt balls coming? Okay. It's cool, bro. They can pull up in here, but again, we got had a conversation about Jane Daniels. They were saying Jane Daniels was better than Jalen Hurts, and then the NFC Championship came around, and we embarrassed their ass. So I mean, bro, come on, man. I'm not gonna take anything away from Jane Daniels. I'm not. I like how he plays quarterback. I think he's gonna be a really good quarterback. I got Jane Daniels as fifth. I got Jaden Daniels over Dak, Matthew Stafford, C.J. Stroud, Aaron Rodgers, and again, bro, this list is purely based off wins and playoff wins. He has 2 playoff wins already as a rookie. Okay, he's been to an NFC Championship game. At that trajectory, it seems like he's gonna be, big time, right? For him to be fifth on this list is really crazy. So I'm gonna get everybody on this list, bro. You got to give them credit, right? There's no knock to none of these guys, okay? But when you look at Jalen Hurts smoked Matthew Stafford in the playoffs this year, smoked Jaden Daniels, beat Lamar Jackson this year, beat Joe Burrow this year, and beat Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. So when you look at head-to-head matchups, I know the quarterbacks they're not going against each other, right? So how could you compare them in a football game? It's about who can catapult their team to a victory. That's how you do the verses. The quarterbacks match up against each other. You're looking at who can pull a win off. Jalen Hurts was on the winning team. So he's winning matchups against these guys. We know they don't face off against each other, right? We know that. It's more so about who can catapult their team to victory. Okay? When you look at the top spot, it's Jalen Hurts and it's Patrick Mahomes. And it's everybody else. It's Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, and everybody else. At that point, bro, you can whoever you got outside of Jalen and Patrick, y'all can that pecking order, however you wanna divvy it up, or however you wanna place these guys, it's gonna start with Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes, right? I got them as both of those guys are number one. One A, one B, however you want to put it. It's Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, and everybody else. All right. Again, I know mainstream media is going to shit on Jalen Hurts. So what happens, right? It's a trickle down effect. Once everybody hears the mainstream media shitting on Jalen Hurts, guess what the brainless sheep do? They regurgitate the same shit. I mean, that's just the power of mainstream media when you looking at brainwashed people, right? People that get all of their information from guys that hate Jalen Hurts. So of course that's going to create a cult-like following of Jalen Hurts haters. Okay, that's cool. I understand that. Okay, but I'm here to tell you, in order to be the best, you have to beat the best. Right now on this list, with the exception of Jalen Hurts, who has beat Patrick Mahomes in a Super Bowl? None of these niggas, bro. Who's beating him in a playoff game? Only Lamar Jackson. I mean, only Joe Burrow. And that's why Joe Burrow is second. Okay, the rest of these guys, bro, they either don't have what it takes to either they don't even have what it takes to get to the biggest stage, right? So they're not even in a conversation, bro. They can't even reach a Super Bowl. They can't even the opportunities that they have to beat Patrick Mahomes, they never pull it off. They can't even rise to the occasion. They can't even rise to the occasion to beat Patrick Mahomes. They can't even meet Patrick Mahomes. Dak Prescott, he will never fucking meet Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl, bro. Like CJ Stroud, James Daniels, bro. You got it's not easy to beat Patrick Mahomes in a Super Bowl. It's not easy to do that. It's not like Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen, right? They cannot. You mean to tell me people got Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen ahead of Jalen Hurts when they cannot even beat Patrick Mahomes? Like, Patrick Mahomes has been fucking everybody over. And the one guy who outperforms the best quarterback in the NFL in the biggest stage of them all is not getting credit, bro. But I mean, bro, I promise you. Look, man. Look, bro. This is really, this is extremely fucking disrespectful, bro. This shit is so disrespectful, bro. And that's really what it boils down to for me. I mean, when you look at this, I mean, who's able to meet Patrick Mahomes in 2 Super Bowls? That Joe Burrow, them niggas, they can't do it. They can't even make it to a Super Bowl, bro. Joe Burrow's the only one that made it to a Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen can't even make it to a fucking Super Bowl, bro. But yet somehow they're ahead of Jalen Hurts. Okay, when you look at Super Bowl stats, Jalen Hurts got the best Super Bowl stats out of every quarterback in your top 5. Every quarterback in the NFL. Nobody has better stats than Jalen Hurts in the Super Bowl. Now, since we want to talk about stats. Let's talk about stats real quick. Jalen Hurts has the best stats out of every quarterback in the NFL when it comes to Super Bowls. Okay, let's talk about Super Bowls, right? Because that's what matters, winning championships. Nobody has better stats than Jalen Hurts in the Super Bowl. None of your quarterbacks. So when you wonder why I got Jalen Hurts as the best quarterback in the entire NFL? Because nobody has better stats than him in a Super Bowl. Because that's all that matters, bro. I'm as a quarterback. That's all that matters. Can you win? Can you fucking win? Can you win? Can you win a Super Bowl? Can you perform in a Super Bowl? Can you perform against the best quarterback in the NFL? Jalen Hurts has outperformed the best quarterback in the NFL on the biggest stage of them all every time he's played against him. That makes him the best quarterback in the NFL. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, bro. We not gonna keep moving the goalposts. We not gonna keep moving the goalpost. We not gonna keep moving the goalposts. Shout out to everybody in here. Latanya, Free Dawkins, Brian. I see y'all, bro. I see y'all. Terry, what's the word? Okay, so watch this chat. Look. Well, I just want y'all. I know this is gonna be tough. We gotta be honest. Is Jalen Hurts better than Patrick Mahomes? Now I know that's tough, right? That's tough. That's tough. Is he? I need everybody to vote on this poll. Vote on the poll and drop a like for your boy. That's all I ask, right? Because I want to know now, and I'm gonna lay the foundation out for you guys. Okay, I'm giving Jalen Hurts. I'm putting Jalen Hurts as the best quarterback in the NFL because he has outperformed the best quarterback in the NFL on the biggest stage of them all. When it matters the most for a Super Bowl, to bring home a Super Bowl to all of your fans, to an entire city, to an entire fan base, a rabid fan base, that holds weight. I'm sorry. You can't deny it. That is something you can't deny. See, so this is a whole different conversation that a lot of the guess what? Guess who's not in this conversation, bro? Guess who's not in this fucking None of these guys are in the conversation. Joe Burrow, he's the because he made it to a Super Bowl and he beat Patrick Mahomes. I'm gonna put Joe Burrow in this conversation, right? But he's barely in it. These other guys, they pale in comparison to Jalen Hurts. Lamar Jackson, bro, you can't beat Patrick Mahomes. You haven't even played in a Super Bowl, nigga. You haven't even played in a Super Bowl, bro. Stop it. The MVPs, bro, y'all can have all of them fucking MVPs. Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, y'all could fight for them fucking MVPs all year. You're not gonna win a Super Bowl. Y'all can't get past Patrick Mahomes. He's gonna whoop them every time. It's been proven. It's been proven. They not getting past Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. They can't. They cannot. They don't have what it takes. Jalen Hurts does. Okay? It's Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes right now. Jaden Daniels, come on, bro. Yo ass, Jaden Daniels, you a rookie, bro. I don't even really, you definitely not it, because that the next couple years you can be dog shit ass Jaden Daniels. Like, in all honesty, Jaden Daniels. I've seen it. I've done my studies on him, bro. I've done my work on Jaden Daniels, which is why I got him top 5. Right? I'm showing him love. I'm giving the man credit. I'm giving him credit. So I feel like I'm obligated. I feel like I have the right to at least for you guys to at least hear me out on Jaden Daniels because I got him in top 5. It's only been 1 year, bro. Okay? It's only been 1 year. Nobody had tape on him. Now everybody has tape on him. You know what he likes to do. You know his tendencies. Bro, I mean, what, 7 of their 8 games was like one possession games. A lot of that shit was luck. The playoff game when you face off against a hurt Detroit Lions, right? A depleted Detroit Lions defense, one of the worst defenses that was in the playoffs, right? With 11, 12 missing start. Bro, like, chill, y'all. Commanders, we've been down this road before with y'all, right? So I don't really too much even get them a lot of energy because we embarrassed the fuck out of them. Okay, and Jaden Daniels, he's a top 5 talent. He's definitely, I got him in the top 5. Okay, but that's just based off his rookie year. He can easily go from 5. He can easily fall off this top 10 list next year. This man can go from 5 to like 20. If y'all gotta chill, bro. It's 1 year, a good. You be excited. He's a rookie. He looks like he gonna be a dog, right? He passes the eye test. He's accurate. He can throw a pretty deep ball. He's mobile. He can read the defense. He's good. But he's not. Come on, bro. He's not even in this. He's not in the conversation of Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes. Neither is Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen because they cannot beat Patrick Mahomes. Dak Prescott, we know Dak Prescott, you'll never fucking see a Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers, you're done. Okay. CJ Stroud in the AFC, hey, he may have a shot, right? After winning Rookie of the Year, and he may have a shot at catapulting, right? He continue to climb up this list. Matthew Stafford, hey, you might be done. Okay. So out of everybody on this list, none of them can fuck with Patrick Mahomes. None of these guys can beat Patrick Mahomes, is what I'm trying to tell you guys, bro. None of them can even meet him in the Super Bowl or beat him in an AFC championship game. None of these guys can fuck with Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is standing in all of their way, right? So in order to be the best, you have to beat the best. None of them was able to do so. So how the fuck can they be ranked over Jalen Hurts when Jalen Hurts is the only one on this list to outperform and beat Patrick Mahomes in the one game that matters the most? None have been, exactly. Major says none have been in the Super Bowl twice in 3 years. Hell, none of these niggas have been in the Super Bowl. With the exception that we know Aaron Rodgers, Matthew Stafford, right, and Joe Burrow, right? I know that they've been in a Super Bowl. I mean, like, none of them have been in a Super Bowl to face Patrick Mahomes. None of them have been able to beat Patrick Mahomes in order to get to a Super Bowl. Only Joe Burrow did it, and guess what? He lost the Super Bowl. Nigga beat Patrick Mahomes to lose the Super Bowl. Like, come on, dog. Like, none of these guys can fuck with Patrick Mahomes. Nobody but Jalen. Just off of that alone, I'm gonna give a fuck about stats, statistics, passing yards. Because look, bro, this is what they did, right? They lied. They lied. They've been lying to us about Jalen Hurts this whole fucking time, bro. They've been lying to us about Jalen Hurts this entire fucking time, bro. They've been lying to us. They've been lying not to us. They've been lying to every goddamn body, bro. They've been lying to everybody, right? Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is the first quarterback in 27 years to lose his Super Bowl debut and come back and win one. Oh shit, $2 super chat. Damn, bro, I didn't even see that. Hold on, there's a $2 super chat. Oh, my boy Doomsday says, "What up, Super Bowl champ, Weapon X Media?" Hey, what's up, bro? What's up, Doomsday Corner Sports? What's up, Doomsday? What's up, Super Bowl champion, Doomsday Corner Sport? Appreciate the $2 donation, my boy. Appreciate you, man. Look, Jalen Hurts is the first quarterback in 27 years to lose his Super Bowl debut and later return to win one. You talk about the resiliency there. You lose a Super Bowl, nigga. You never going back to. You never get that shot. Not only did Jalen Hurts lose a Super Bowl and outperform Patrick Mahomes, he came back and met this man again and whooped his ass. Come on, bro. What type? That's just a dog mentality to do something like that. Bro lost the Super Bowl, came back and got his get back, stood over him and did that to him. Unprecedented, bro. This shit does not happen. I guarantee you. Like who else, what other quarterback would be able to pull this off? Bro lost the Super Bowl. Couple years later, go back and finish it. Like, come on, man. Nobody is as cold as this dude. Nobody is as cold as Jalen, bro. I mean, he's the only quarterback in NFL. He's the only quarterback and only quarterbacks in NFL history with 3 winning streaks of 10 games or more. I don't see Josh Allen or Joe Burrow on this fucking list. The man has won 10 plus games 3 times in a row. I see Patrick Mahomes, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, John Elway, and Jalen Hurts. I don't see them other niggas on this list, bro. Okay, I don't see them other niggas on this list. I mean, to do this, you got to go to Super Bowls. Them niggas ain't even going to Super Bowls, bro. We talking about being a champion. We talking about a championship. We talking about, bro. We're talking about championships, dog. All that other fluffy ass shit y'all want to talk about, passing yards and super teams, and bro, that shit is good. Oh, look, bro. In all honesty, you know what that is? It's an excuse. It's a coping mechanism. You guys are trying to cope with the fact that Jalen Hurts has proved all of y'all ass wrong. So let's make up. They not even want to make up shit to cope. They just coping, bro. They're coped. It's cope. But I mean, that's the conversation we don't want to have, right? Hmm. Uh, look, look at this shit. This what I mean, chat. He's the first quarterback drafted after Mahomes to win a Super Bowl. Nobody else is fucking with Patrick Mahomes but Jalen Hurts. Patrick Mahomes get drafted and can't nobody win a Super Bowl. Everybody drafted after Patrick Mahomes. He's stopping all of the quarterbacks that y'all got ahead of Jalen Hurts. Patrick Mahomes has been whooping their ass, embarrassing them boys. Heartbreak. The one quarterback they hated on the most was able to pull it off. Most CJ says most QBs will lose and then settle to make money. Hurt said money is nice, championships are better, and he worked hard to make it back and won. Not only that, bro, he's constantly improved. You know, that's a tough ask to constantly improve during the process as well. They didn't think he would improve. They didn't think he can improve. There's this passing statistic that I want to pull up, right? Because they was also trying to say, okay, is Jalen Hurts better than Patrick Mahomes? Oh my God, 56 are saying yes, 44% is saying no. So this is pretty neck and neck, which I can understand why. But is this recency bias? No. In order to beat the best, you have to beat them. You got to beat the champs. You got to knock the champions out. Who was able to beat the champs? Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles. So you have to give him that spot. It really, bro. The opinions don't really. Everybody's opinion does not fucking matter. The fact of the matter is this: Jalen Hurts beat the best quarterback in the NFL in the biggest stage in a Super Bowl. That automatically gives him that he's the best. He beat the best. But what more do y'all fucking want? What more can he do to show y'all he's better than Patrick Mahomes? That's what I don't understand, bro. It's like at some point you gotta pay homage. Okay? If this was any other quarterback that was able to pull this off against Patrick Mahomes, I would give him credit. Okay, if Josh Allen or if Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson was able to beat Patrick Mahomes and go on and win a Super Bowl, you gotta give him that spot, bro. The nigga Patrick Mahomes just doesn't keep the number one spot just because y'all want a dick ride, bro. That's not how this shit work. That's not how it works. Mainstream media doesn't get to dictate that as well. I don't get to dictate that as well. You dictate that by winning and performing. Like, bro, you guys have some fucking nerve, bro. He's no higher than 5 at best. Based off of what? Look, this stat is based off of winning Super Bowls and performing in the playoffs and winning playoff games. That's what I'm basing my top 10 list off. Right? Now, by that metric, you do want to put Aaron Rodgers over Dak and Matthew Stafford over Dak. But I didn't want to be a hater, right? I didn't want to be a hater, so I put Dak Prescott at 7. Okay? And so I put Dak at 7 because I gave Jaden Daniels, put Jaden Daniels at 5. I wanted to be fair. I know it's the NFC East and I know these are rivals, but I wanted to give this list some credibility. So I didn't want to be too harsh, right? Because I know when you see Jalen Hurts at the top of this list, his top quarterbacks, I know it's gonna be a lot of controversy. But again, I already said this shit like 30,000 times already. In order to be the best, you have to beat the best. And none of these niggas can beat none of these quarterbacks can beat Patrick Mahomes. Nobody except for Jalen. Somebody mentioned Herbert don't belong over CJ. He don't, right? He don't, Raj. He don't. He don't. He do not. He don't. 6 is way too high for Justin Herbert. Honestly, bro, I agree 1,000%. Justin Herbert should be 10th. Okay, Justin Herbert, it should be 10th. I'll give you that. This is a bit. You can rearrange some stuff. Justin Herbert should probably be 10th. Dak should be 9th. Okay. Aaron should be 8th and Stafford should be 7th, or however you want to do that, right? With Aaron and Matthew, but they should be like neck and neck with each other because they both won a Super Bowl. So Justin Herbert, damn near probably. I could make a case for not even having Justin Herbert on this list, dog. Okay, I could make a case for not even having Justin Herbert on this list. Dak Prescott is definitely 9th. Okay, so if I had to redo this list, I will put Justin Herbert 10th, Dak 9th. Okay, with CJ Stroud, where you fit in that? Okay, but the top five is set, bro. My top 5 is set. It's set. Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes, nigga, they go hand in hand right now. They both beat each other in the Super Bowl. We know that they cheated the Eagles and they gave Patrick Mahomes that first one, right? Jalen should be 2-0 against Patrick. Okay, and so they 1-1. Okay, they're the best right now. And again, it's only fair. It's only fair that you get Jalen Hurts, that you put Jalen Hurts in that number 1 spot. Number 1, number 2, bro. He's no further than that. Because look, bro, here's the thing, man. Y'all don't seem to understand this shit, man. If Jalen beat the best quarterback in the NFL in the Super Bowl, how does he not become number 1? See, now it's just jealousy. It's just hate, bro. It's just stupidity now. Okay, this is why we ain't gonna do this. See, this is really scary right now when you look at everything he's accomplished. Right, I ain't even gonna do that. We're gonna keep this. We're gonna keep this real discreet and real simple. We're going to keep it real discreet and simple. If you beat the best quarterback, the best team in the Super Bowl, and you played this man twice, and you've always outperformed him in the Super Bowl, who's the best, bro? Shit ain't rocket science. You, a lot of you guys are, a lot of the mainstream media is just fucking haters. That's what it boils down to. Haters, bro. That's what it boils down to. Haters. That's what it boils down to, haters. We know that. We know that, chat. We know it boils down at the end of the day. People just hating, bro. They hating on Jalen. They're hating on Jalen Hurts. Okay? Uh but enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough, man. Jalen Hurts is an incredible player. He's not worried about stats. He's focused on winning at any cost. Go Birds. Facts, Joel. Ryan says, I agree. Brandon. J-Rock says, all I know is we got our quarterback. Exactly. Um, KC was 15-2. The Eagles beat them like they stole some. So who do you give that number one spot to, though? You got to give it to the guy who beat Patrick Mahomes, bro. Yeah, LeBron James says the total yards, though. That's crazy. That now you look at the total yards. This man has 667 total yards and 7 touchdowns in two Super Bowls. 667 total yards and 7 touchdowns in 2 Super Bowls. God damn. Against who? The best quarterback in the NFL. So if he's outperformed the best quarterback in the NFL both times they met in the Super Bowl, why isn't Jalen number one? That's somebody answer me that. And that's the hill that I'm dying on. That's the hill. That's the hill that I am going to keep referring to when we talk about who's the best. And guess what? You can't even compare any other quarterback because no other quarterback was able no quarterback in your top 5, in your top 10 was able to beat Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. So how the fuck are they the best? How y'all got quarterbacks? How do y'all got people over Jalen Hurts that couldn't even beat Patrick Mahomes? Makes no sense. Makes no sense. You said QB not the only position on the field. Mahomes winning without a stacked roster the last 2 years. He's always had a fucking stacked roster, bro. He's always had a stacked roster. Come on, man. See, bro, y'all, here we go, bro. See, this is, bro, he always had a stacked roster. You don't win as many Super Bowls as he's had without a stacked roster. You don't beat the Eagles in a Super Bowl and the 49ers in a Super Bowl without a stacked roster. Come on, man. You guys can't say the 49ers had a stacked roster and the Eagles had a stacked roster, but Patrick Mahomes don't have a stacked roster when he beat both teams that you guys say has a stacked roster. Come on, bro. So y'all saying they think Patrick Mahomes is doing this shit by himself. Bro, like y'all are crazy. Y'all are wild as hell, bro. And I'm not even gonna list the all pros, all of the multiple stars that Patrick Mahomes has had on his team. Why would I do that? Why would I do that when we already know what they have defensively and a top 5 defense, a top 5 offense? Bro, they are stacked, bro. What the? Andy Reid, the best coaching staff in the NFL. Come on, man. I cannot see, bro. This is what's crazy, bro. That's another thing that that's another talking point or another. If this is the shit people bring up, they really think Patrick Mahomes does not have a stacked team, bro. Oh, and on top of that, the nigga got the refs helping him, bro. Bro. Oh my god, bro. If yeah, Joe, he ain't doing that shit by himself, bro. You can't win multiple Super Bowls and think Patrick Mahomes doing this shit by himself, bro. We don't know, we don't know this man got Tyreek Hill, Andy Reid, Steve Spagnuolo, right? Like, come on, man, come on, bro. Travis Kelce, arguably the best tight end in NFL hit. This nigga got the best tight end in NFL history. What? Like, they not loaded? They not a super team? He also has the fastest receiver in NFL history, bro. Like, he got the fastest receiver in NFL history over there. Come on, man. Come on, bro. DeAndre Hopkins, first ballot Hall of Famer. Now I know he's a bit washed, but still. Then with Trent McDuffie, Chris Jones, that whole elite ass defense he got, but they don't got a stacked roster, and they got the refs. Bro, what? That's wild to me, man. Won 2 Super Bowls without Hill, but he still have all of the rest of those guys, okay? And he's also had Tyreek Hill, right? He's had Tyreek Hill. He's won a Super Bowl with Tyreek Hill. Well, okay, with the exception of Tyreek Hill, but he still had him on a team. And they were stacked then. They've always been loaded, bro. Y'all cannot. Now, you see, bro, now that the Eagles whooped the shit out of the Chiefs, now the Chiefs not a stacked team, but the Eagles are a super team, but the Chiefs aren't. Bro, you see how they move the goalposts, bro? They just be making up shit. They just make up shit, bro, to try to discredit Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles. I can't believe this. I can't believe that we're saying, oh, the Philadelphia Eagles are a super team, but the Chiefs aren't. Yeah. Montreal, yeah, they saying we stacked because we won the Super Bowl. That's the only reason. That's the only reason. Hop is old, but still, he's DeAndre Hopkins. He said he don't have a wide receiver one. Yes, he does. Travis Kelce. Bro, y'all. Travis Kelce just broke a record for most receiving yards or most catches in the Super Bowl. Now Travis Kelce's washed, right? Now Travis Kelce's washed. Now Travis Kelce's old. Um, um, what's the other little receiver? You know, he broke a record for most receiving yards in a Super Bowl or some shit. Like now we gonna start making we're gonna make excuses for Patrick Mahomes. Like he don't got Travis Kelce over there. Oh, Travis Kelce's washed now, right? Now DeAndre Hopkins is washed all of a sudden, right? Okay, y'all got it. Y'all got it, man. Y'all got it, bro. Oh, and they got the refs. They got the fucking refs over there too. But they not stacked? Okay, man. Okay. What this is, bro. This is a Philadelphia Eagles, Jalen Hurts smear campaign. Like, damn, why can't people just say, damn, the Eagles won the Super Bowl fair and square? They got a great team. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles earned that Super Bowl. They played well. They played fantastic. Why the fuck is that so hard to say? Too many haters. Too many haters, bro. Hurts will win 2 more Super Bowls before the decade. What happens when Jalen Hurts wins another Super Bowl? Oh man, like at some point they not the what's gonna happen with the excuses. Here's what happened with excuses, right? It discredits first off, it discredits what you're saying because we know all of these talking points where they're coming from. They're coming from ESPN, Sports Center, and shit like that. It's coming from Jalen Hurts haters. You guys just start believing what you're being told, and then you just start repeating it, right? So we know some of you guys, we know all of you guys talking points. It's coming from mainstream and haters, bro. We know where it's coming from. And even if the Eagles have a super team, right? Did the Eagles have a super team in 2023 when we lost 5 of our last 6 and got knocked out of the wild card round? Did we have a super team then? When we lost the Super Bowl, did we have a super team? No. You know why we didn't have a super team? Because we lost. All right. So they didn't need an excuse. They didn't need that reasoning. Okay. We would with the only real addition, right? That there was Saquon. And guess what? They were saying Saquon Barkley was washed, and they were saying that Saquon Barkley was overpaid. No, what? We didn't become a super team until we won the Super Bowl, huh? Come on, man, y'all full of shit. Y'all full of shit, and that's why I'm calling it out. Like, damn, when they talking about the Eagles on, is the Eagles a super team? Even if we are, come stop us. Come stop us. Y'all, you guys can complain like little bitches, right? But at the end of the day, come stop us. That's what we waiting for. Come stop us. Try to stop Jalen Hurts. I guarantee you, look in 2 Super Bowls, your favorite quarterback in the NFL right now does not have better stats than Jalen Hurts in the Super Bowl. Ah, your favorite quarterback has not put up these numbers in 2 Super Bowls. Your favorite quarterback may have never even been to a fucking Super Bowl. Okay, so let's compare. Fuck Patrick Mahomes right now. We don't care about looking at his stats. He ain't on shit. Okay, look. I want you guys to look. I'm finna fuck y'all up with this. I want y'all to compare Patrick Mahomes. Okay. Some people got Josh Allen better than Jalen Hurts. Some people are saying Josh Allen is better than Jalen Hurts. Let's compare Josh Allen's Super Bowl stats to Jalen Hurts. You want to? It's all zeros, nigga. It's all fucking zeros. Let's compare Lamar Jackson Super Bowl stats to Jalen Hurts. Nigga, they all zeros, nigga. It's all zeros. Let's compare Jalen Hurts' Super Bowl stats to Dak Prescott's. All fucking zeros. Jalen washes all of these niggas and it's not close. Patrick Mahomes as well. Jalen has been better than you when it mattered most in the Super Bowls. That shit ain't, they don't give a fuck about super teams. And people don't even talk like that, bro. People don't even talk about super teams. That's some shit you hear in basketball. Super teams are for basketballs. It's for the NBA. Look at the Eagles when they said we had a dream team, right? We didn't even make the playoffs. Remember when the Eagles said we had a quote unquote a dream team? We didn't even fucking make the playoffs, bro. You need more than talent in the NFL. Talent alone is not going to get you championships. Okay. Now, again, you could talk about who's the most talented quarterback. Okay, when you talk about from a talent perspective, then maybe this list is slightly altered when you talk about from a talent perspective. But guess what? Jalen and Patrick Mahomes is still at the top of this list. If you want to go the talent route, it's still them two. Like what the fuck? It's still there's still them two. You can't you can't say Jalen Hurts isn't talented. You can't. I'm sorry, bro. You can't fucking do that. Let me ask you a question, bro. You see Jalen Hurts. You see Jalen Hurts with holding a Super Bowl trophy. Can Joe Burrow say that? Show me a picture with Joe Burrow with a fucking Super Bowl trophy in his hand that he earned. Show me one with Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow. Until them niggas get a Super Bowl, they're not better than Jalen Hurts. I don't give a fuck what y'all trying to. I don't care. It is what it is. Until they win a championship, it's only Jalen and Patrick. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. Y'all can talk about stats. You can talk about all that other shit, man. It don't really matter. Cause at the end of the day, guess what? Y'all niggas don't got a Super Bowl. So you look stupid. You look bitter. You look bitter because your quarterback does not have what think about it. The only thing we watch football for as a fan, all we want is a fucking championship, bro. The quarterbacks you think that you guys feel is better than Jalen Hurts, they don't have that. They don't have that. You see what this shirt say, nigga? Super Bowl champions. Who? Who was able to pull it off? Jalen Hurts, the reason I got a fucking Super Bowl championship, a Super Bowl shirt on. Nigga. Y'all quarterback has y'all bet the quarterback, your quarterback can't deliver you one of these fucking t-shirts, some Super Bowl merch. You don't have that luxury. So you hate. Hey, Bills fans, show me a Super Bowl. Show me some shit with y'all winning a Super Bowl. Ravens, show me some. Show me Lamar Jackson Super Bowl trophy. Show me Joe Burrow Super Bowl trophy. Josh Allen, where the fuck is your Super Bowl trophy at? You don't got one. Why? Because you can't fuck with Patrick Mahomes, let alone Jalen Hurts. Like everybody on your top five, Jalen has whooped their ass and won a Super Bowl, bro. He got these niggas beat, and it's not close. It's not close. But nobody wants to have that discussion. Nobody wants to have that conversation. Why? Why? Why can't we have this conversation, bro? Them niggas can't win a Super Bowl. You're not. I mean, bro, it's levels to this. If you don't have a championship, if your team don't have a Super Bowl, if your quarterback does not have a Super Bowl, respectfully, respectfully, I mean this with all due respect, you don't even have. You can't fucking talk. How you gonna hate from outside of the club? You can't even get in. Them they not even in. They not even in the group. Like, come on, bro. Come on, man. What are we? What's going on here? Like, what are we doing, man? We got let's. What are we doing? All of those other quarterbacks, they don't even have a fucking Super Bowl, bro. This is crazy to me. Those quarterbacks don't even have us. Like, how you gonna rank somebody ahead of Jalen Hurts that can't even beat Patrick Mahomes? Like, come on. Like, I'm really having. This is a tough conversation that you have to have with some fucking idiots, bro. I ain't calling y'all idiots. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, bro. You guys are in a way. Um, your delusion stems from listening to mainstream media. You guys are like, we woke up with a super team. Do you guys understand what it took, bro? Do you understand what it took? We didn't wake up with this. We had to build this. We had to go through growing pains. We built our team. So this super team that you talk about, guess what? It didn't just happen overnight. We had to develop players. We had to develop players. We developed these players. We built this shit, bro. So it's not it's the talent that you guys talk about. Guess what? It was years in the making. This shit just didn't happen overnight. We had to work and work and work to get to this point. A super team for me is a team that was assembled via free agency and via trades. The Eagles drafted damn near almost 90% of the people. You talking about as a super team, bro? We drafted and built this from the ground up. Same with the Golden State Warriors, right? The Golden State Warriors drafted all of those players with the exception of Kevin Durant, bro, but their core nucleus of their team, guess how it was assembled? Via the draft. So, I mean, to call us a super team, right? You pretty much are saying that we're better than your team. So it's not even a knock, but you use that to discredit Jalen. And that's when you're being dishonest, not only with yourself, but you're being dishonest and delusional. See, now you have multiple fucking issues that you need to address. All right, because you're ruining your own credibility, right? When you say, the Eagles are a super team, which is why they beat Patrick Mahomes. But Patrick Mahomes also had a super team. And it's funny that we wasn't a super team when Patrick Mahomes whooped us, right? We wasn't considered a super team when we lost 5 of our last 6 games last year and lost in a wild card, was we a super team then? We wasn't a super team when we was losing. But now that we're winning, we're a super team. See that, bro? That's what's great about being an Eagles fan, right? The hatred, like the jealousy, the envy, bro. Like I don't know what it is. That's what I don't understand. Maybe it's because the Philadelphia Eagles. Okay, you know what, bro? Let's just look at Nick Sirianni for a second, right? I want to show you Nick Sirianni. Nick Sirianni got the most wins in the first 4 seasons as a head coach. So the Eagles have the most wins in the last 4 seasons, right? And did we have a super? Did we have a fucking super team this last the last 4 years? Huh? With the most wins in the last 4 years in the NFL, was we a super team then? We haven't been a super team until it was convenient for you guys to hate on Jalen Hurts. Now we a super team when y'all trying to hate. When they trying to hate, now we're a super team, bro. Come on, y'all gotta stop this. Please, y'all gotta stop this. Now we a super team, bro. You gotta make the distinction between winner and talent. No, I mean, cause if you, I can. And Jalen is still right there from a talent perspective. You can't say a guy who's won a national championship and been to 2 Super Bowls and won a Super Bowl and a national championship, he isn't talented. Oh my, I really, bro. So who's more talented than Jalen Hurts, nigga? Who's more talented than Jalen Hurts? Jalen Hurts has been to 2 Super Bowls and a national championship. He's won a national championship and a Super Bowl. And you mean to tell me there's other people more talented than him? Like, bro, they really have Jalen fucked up. Like, bro, like this is crazy. I don't get why they don't even think Jalen is the okay. So look, a lot of their lists are based off of talent. They saying Jalen is barely top 5, barely top 10 as far as talent. What the fuck? Bro, they think Jalen isn't talented. They think he can't throw. I promise you, bro. This whole the Jalen Hurts hate, it has to be studied. This shit has to be studied. Jalen Hurts is, in fact, a top. Even based off talent alone, I still got Jalen and Patrick. I still got Jalen and Patrick. Jalen is just as talented as Patrick Mahomes. Like what the fuck, bro? Y'all crazy, bro. I cannot. Like from a talent perspective, Jalen. The list. I mean, I might change some things up, right? From a talent perspective, from pure talent, Lamar Jackson is going to be 2, okay, and then you'll have Josh Allen, right? And now the list changes, right? But from a talent perspective, okay, you got Jalen. That Jalen, it doesn't move, bro. Jalen is still. It's still Jalen and Patrick Mahomes from a talent perspective. And then next after that is Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Jaden Daniels. And then the list stays the same, bro. But Lamar Jackson, from a talent perspective, bro, if you got, bro, talent should translate to Super Bowls, right? Why doesn't the talent translate to Super Bowls if you got all that fucking talent? Uh, Talent is more than what you can do physically, right? Do you have the talent to lead? Can you lead? Do you have the intangibles? Intangibles is a talent as well. So, just from a physical run the ball, throw the ball, speed, athleticism, shit like that. Okay. You again, when you talk about talent, you gotta differentiate what you mean by talent, bro. Because all of these guys are fucking talented. There's really not a lot of drop off. What you mean talent? Like who's the fastest? Who can throw the farthest? Bro, that's really like kindergarten shit right there, bro. 'Cause if we talking about football, like if you want to say as far as talent, you got to put other quarterbacks in this list. Then that's not even, bro. That's a cop out because when you talk about talent, Justin Fields, nigga, is a top quarterback talent. Trey Lance is a top quarterback talent. You're saying talent. That does not. You talk about talent, bro. That doesn't even tell you who's the best. When you talk about talent, you got to put people like Justin Fields in this fucking list now. You see, so you can't really just go off talent because now it's not going. Just because you got talent don't make you the best. It's flawed. It's flawed. It has to be a combination of talent and winning Super Bowls, winning championships. Because if we're saying just, okay, let's make a list just based off who is the most talented quarterback, meaning can throw, can run, just their physical God gifted abilities. Bro, now, like, I mean, bro, you gotta take Justin Herbert, damn near really is out of this list. Matthew Stafford is really out of this list. Cause yeah, they can throw, but now you have to bring in the element of running the ball and dual. Now, really, honestly, when you talk about talent, this shit is gonna be filled with dual threat quarterbacks. This list is gonna be filled with dual threat quarterbacks, and we all know just because you're a dual threat quarterback, that doesn't make you the best quarterback, but it makes you the most talented because you can throw and run and do multiple different things. So when we talk about talent, you have to add quarterbacks that are simply not the best. So it can't just be talent alone, bro. And that's where y'all, when you talk about the top quarterbacks in the NFL, that's where you fuck up at. That's where most people make a mistake because they feel as though they feel as though, okay, we're talking about the best we're talking about the most talented quarterback. But they don't just equate talent. With Josh Allen, you're just not looking at his talent, you're looking at his wins, right? With Lamar Jackson, you're just not looking at his talent, you're looking at the man winning percentage. He had one of the best win percentage in the NFL. So it's not just talent alone, bro. Y'all can't do that because that now you're gonna really screw your entire list up. You look at a guy like Dak Prescott, nigga. Dak Prescott is not Aaron Rodgers. Now Aaron Rodgers in his prime was probably he was like a Patrick Mahomes, right? But that was in his prime, right? Some of these guys are not even in their prime right now. Matthew Stafford isn't in his prime. Aaron Rodgers isn't in his prime. But you're not. It's this is my list is just not based off talent. You need more than talent. You need talent, wins, playoff wins, Super Bowl wins. You need a clutch gene, bro. Come on, man. This it's a multifaceted conversation. So again, what y'all try to do is a lot of people they try to say, "Oh, who's the most talented quarterback?" Right? It's like they're gonna do everything just to discredit Jalen Hurts out of this list, bro. Like this shit is this crazy, bro. They trying to blackball my boy. Like this is wild, bro. Y'all crazy, yo. Y'all crazy, bro. This okay, said, which is why the distinction between talent and winning is important. When you say best QB, most people think talent. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think that because I mean, if these lists are based off just talent alone, Nigga, Justin Herbert isn't in here because he's not mobile. Okay. If you have to be mobile, Dak Prescott isn't as mobile. You got to be dynamic with your legs running the ball. If you're talking about talent, you got to be able to throw the ball and run the ball. You got to be able to do so much. I mean, as a quarterback, right? A lot of these guys that's on your top 10. Come on, bro. You got two ones. Jalen better. You got two ones. Jalen better than Mahomes. He said, "Come on, bro. You got two ones. Yeah, I got Jalen as one, and then I got Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, I got 1A, 1B. You putting them really? You put Jalen, and yeah, of course I got Jalen one, right? But I can't. I can't. I can't. You can't separate the two right now, in my opinion, right? I'm not ready to separate those two guys, right? You gotta, because you can't discredit Patrick Mahomes, but I'm definitely not gonna discredit Jalen. Right now, you see Jalen. It says Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes, right? So Jalen is one. Okay, and if you want to do it like that, bro, look, all right, we could do Jalen one, Patrick Mahomes two, Joe Burrow three, and so far and so forth. But out of fairness to Patrick Mahomes, again, if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. Jalen Hurts beat Patrick Mahomes, so and he's outperformed him in every Super Bowl he's played against him. So I'm giving a nod to Jalen, right? But I'm putting Patrick Mahomes right underneath Jalen for the simple fact I just can't I can't discredit what Patrick Mahomes has been doing, bro. I can't. Okay. And to be honest, bro, it is a tough ask to put Jalen ahead of Patrick, right? So they're intertwined together, bro. You got to go Jalen Patrick. Me personally, I'm going Jalen and Patrick Mahomes. Now you could do 1, 2, right? With Jalen being one, of course, because he just beat him, and he's outperformed him every time they played in the Super Bowl. So of course, yeah, bro, I got Jalen at one. Okay. But I think right now for quarterback, it's tough. It's a tough list, but it's 1A, 1B for me. But definitely I got Jalen ahead of Patrick Mahomes. I definitely got Jalen ahead of Patrick Mahomes. And everybody else, it's really for me this because I wanted to showcase right how I wanted to showcase that it's Jalen, Patrick, and everybody else really, and however you want to put it in that pecking order, it really that's irrelevant for me. I just want people to realize it's Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, and all of these other dudes, because none of I mean that nobody could beat Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. Right? Let's say Patrick Mahomes don't make it to the Super Bowl. Who the hell you think is gonna beat Jalen Hurts and the Eagles in the Super Bowl? They not gonna do it. They don't have the experience. They never been. They don't even know what it takes to get there, let alone win it. So if Patrick, if Pat any outside of Jalen and Patrick, these the only two guys that's gonna be winning Super Bowls for the next 2 or 3 years, bro. If you ask me, in my humble opinion, because none of these guys are getting past Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes. Joe Burrow knows what it takes because he been there. So Joe Burrow might fuck around and sneak him one in. Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, they cooked, bro. They don't even know how they don't know how to get there, what it takes to get there, or what it takes to win. At least Joe Burrow knows what it takes to get to the Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson does not know what it takes to get to the Super Bowl because that nigga never been there. So now he have to figure out what it takes to get to the Super Bowl. Then he'll have to figure out what it takes to win the Super Bowl. Hell nah, bro. He ain't doing both. He ain't doing both. Baker Mayfield. Can I put Baker in his top 10? I can't put him in the top 10, bro. I can't put Baker Mayfield in the top 10. I thought about it. I can't put him in the top 10. I mean, again, I gave Aaron Rodgers. He got like that. I just gave him. I put him in this. I put him in this out of respect, bro. Okay, he won a Super Bowl. I know he had a down couple years, but bro, Aaron Rodgers, you can't. I cannot overlook what Aaron Rodgers is or what he was just from a pure talent perspective, bro. Like now, if you talk about talent, Aaron Rodgers might be the most talented quarterback ever in NFL history. Like I seen that, I witnessed that. So I cannot, you can't have a list without Aaron Rodgers in it, bro. You know, I know he's had some crazy. The last 3 years have been crazy, right? I can't put him ahead. I can't. I just can't make a list without Aaron Rodgers in it, bro. Like, and then like I said, I know he's had some down years, but I'm not taking Aaron Rodgers out of my. As long as he's in the NFL, I'm putting him in the top 10, bro. And that's just me personally. Maybe I'm a bit delusional, but I know from a talent perspective, Aaron Rodgers was Patrick Mahomes. Aaron Rodgers was Patrick Mahomes before Patrick Mahomes from a pure talent perspective, bro. Uh, so I mean, I couldn't, I just couldn't, bro. I could not make a list without having Aaron Rodgers in that bit. Right now, could he possibly be further down or not on the list at all? Absolutely, absolutely. Right. Aaron Rodgers, Justin Herbert, bro. If you want to take Aaron Rodgers and Justin Herbert, hell, even Matthew Stafford out of this list, out of your top 10, bro, or out of my top 10, bro, I can see why. But a lot of this was based off if you want a Super Bowl, win percentage, playoff wins, talent, right? Not necessarily with that with Aaron Rodgers and Matthew Stafford. It wasn't so much based on how good they are now, right? I gave them a lot of leeway as far as like what they've done before. Like I could not just take I, I could not overlook their entire body of work. So I had to put them in there, and a big part of that was because they won a Super Bowl. To be honest, Super Bowls matter, championships matter. I'll be honest. Winning NFC championships, that matters, bro. It matters. So it's really a multifaceted conversation, bro, where you just can't use talent. You just can't go off Super Bowls. You just can't go off win. It has to be a collect. It has to be a multitude of different things combined to formulate a top 10 list. And bro, it's difficult. It's not easy. I'm not gonna cap, bro. It's not easy. But I mean, everybody for right honest, I feel like everybody should have Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, and Josh Allen, right? It should be those are the top guys, okay? That so those are the top five guys, right? I feel like your list isn't a list if you don't have Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, and Jalen Hurts in your top five, right? And this is what they doing with Jalen. They putting Jalen at 5. Like, damn, bro, y'all are wild. Like, how the hell y'all gonna have? How the fuck y'all gonna have a top 5 list? I think a lot of people a lot of people who say, okay, they seen the Super Bowl, they're like, damn, we gotta give Jalen more credit, right? But they not ready to put him over. They still not ready to put him over Lamar Jackson, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. They still not ready to put him over. Honestly, cause look, bro, they not ready to put Jalen Hurts over Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, or Josh Allen. They just not doing it. So that's why he lands at fifth on a lot of people's lists. Because the Super Bowl holds weight. Beating Patrick Mahomes hold weight, but not enough for them to put him over those other four guys. But it's like, damn, what the hell this nigga got to do? Even if Jalen repeats, I think they gonna still try to keep him at 5, bro. Like these people are crazy as fuck. I don't think they're gonna move. They're not. They gonna move the goalposts, right? To try to keep him at 5. Okay, they might try to put him at 4 or something. They might try to say, oh, where he's better than right, bro? This is crazy. Right now, bro, I'm going to stand on it. I'm putting Jalen at one. It is what it is, bro. Enough of the fucking hate, bro. Because guess what? Lamar Jackson don't have better stats than Jalen Hurts in the Super Bowl. Josh Allen don't have better stats than Jalen Hurts in the Super Bowl. Joe Burrow don't have better stats than Jalen Hurts in the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes don't have better stats than Jalen Hurts in the Super Bowl. Needs to have both of these guys have faced off and Super Bowls against each other. The two Super Bowls they played against each other. Patrick Mahomes does not have better stats than Jalen Hurts in the Super Bowl. Dak Prescott does not have better stats than Jalen Hurts in the Super Bowl. Matthew Stafford, C.J. Stroud, Aaron Rodgers, none of them are better than Jalen Hurts when it matters the most. That's what it boils down to for me. When it matters the most, nobody has better. Nobody has a better a stat line, and it's not even close. It's not even close. Nobody's better when it matters the most. Isn't that all? Isn't that all? Isn't that the only thing that matters? How do you perform when it matters the most? Who the hell, look, bro, all the fun, the stats and all the passing yards, yeah, that's cool. But guess what? It ain't gonna get you one of these fucking shirts that say they got Super Bowl champion with your team logo on it. Guess what? The MVPs, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. Guess what, nigga? It ain't gonna get your fans a shirt that says Super Bowl on it, bitch ass niggas. Look, hey, as all the stats, all of that is not gonna get the fans merch that says Super Bowl on that bitch. I'm being honest with you guys. Nobody on this list has better stats than Jalen Hurts in the Super Bowl. Hey, it is what it is. Jalen 1, Burrow 2, Jackson 3. Wait. 1 Jalen, 2 Burrow, 3 Jackson, 4 Mahomes. Damn you, hey, bro. You're nah. I'm not putting nobody over Jalen and Patrick Mahomes. Wilson and Rogers honorary top 10. Yeah, I forgot about Wilson, bro. But yeah, you know what? Look, bro, I would take Justin Herbert and I would take Justin Herbert off this list. I really would, and I could put somebody else. I could take him out and probably put a Russell Wilson but these dudes you said. But I mean, bro, look, what I'm trying to say. Okay, we can. I definitely don't want Justin Herbert on this list. Now that I'm looking at it, Justin Herbert, then they're like, bro, I gotta get Justin Herbert off this list. He ain't even in the top 10. What the fuck has he done in the NFL? I gotta get why the fuck I got Justin Herbert on this list, bro? I was just trying to figure out a lot of it was just trying to fill the list out. You know, Justin Herbert, you sneaky bastard, bro. I would take Justin Herbert off this list and definitely put Russell Wilson or anybody else in this list but him. Damn, I would put Dak Prescott lower. And now, really, bro, I want Justin Herbert off this fucking list now, bro. That I'm looking at it, bro. Now that you mentioned Russell Wilson, I, I I wouldn't even necessarily put Russell Wilson in here, but if to replace Justin Herbert, I definitely would. To replace Justin Herbert, I definitely would put Russell Wilson. Somebody else. Damn, I want to take Justin Herbert off this list, bro. Justin Herbert should not be in the top 10. He ain't done shit. He ain't done nothing, bro. They just glazed him so much to where it was a trickle down effect, and I just put this man on the list just cause, bro. Damn, Justin Herbert, I shouldn't put you on this list, bro. I shouldn't put you on this list, bro. Okay, 121 votes. What has Dak done? I mean, Dak was rookie of the year. He got like a 5,000 passing yard season. Damn, he really hasn't done shit, honestly. Dak hasn't done anything. But I'm gonna put Dak in the top 10, bro. Okay, but Dak should be lower. Dak should probably be 10th, bro. Dak should be 10th. Dak should be 10th, and Justin Herbert shouldn't even be on this list. Yeah, hey, I wish I could just X Justin Herbert to fuck off this list, dog. But Justin Herbert should not be on this list. He hasn't done shit. Dak Prescott, you got to put Dak Prescott in your top 10 quarterbacks, bro. You got to, right? I would put Dak 10th. I would put Dak as 10. Mm-hmm. Uh, CJ Stroud, hey, okay, some guys that can possibly be removed off this list. Justin Herbert for sure. CJ Stroud, man, rookie of the year. Had a down year, still made it to the playoffs, got cheated in the playoffs, should have won a playoff game. I mean, CJ Stroud's rookie year was so fucking impressive, right? To where you look at the fact that he got the Texans in the playoffs again. You know, had a little sophomore slump or whatever. It's like, bro, he is still all things considered. When you look at a top 10 talent as far as quarterback, I mean, it's like some of these guys. I mean, you look at this is a top 10 list though, so of course there's gonna be some guys that haven't, like had done as much, right? So it's gonna be guys that kind of you wonder if they should even be on this list. But I mean, it's a top 10, so uh, it's tough. It's really tough, man. Now top 15. Now that's a whole nother thing. But Justin Herbert is way too fucking high on this list. I don't know what made me put him at 6, right? Dak Prescott should not be ahead of Aaron Rodgers. And Dak Prescott shouldn't be ahead of any of these quarterbacks, bro. It's like, but he's done some things. He just haven't been able to win a playoff game, right? Uh, But yeah, I would put him 10th. If Dak wins a couple more if Dak could make it to the NFC Championship game, if Dak has ever made it to the if Dak let's say Dak made it to the NFC Championship game before, or hell, even a Super Bowl, I think 7th would be fine. But the fact that he hasn't done anything in the playoffs, and that's a huge part of this list, Dak goes to 10. Justin Herbert don't even fucking make this list, okay? Uh, and then Matthew Stafford, Aaron Rodgers, they got the Super Bowl, right? Russ got the Super Bowl, so you might throw him in there somewhere. So, because this list is just it's not solely based off talent or based off Super Bowl. It's a combination of everything. So, I would legit, nah, Tua ain't on this list. Gino, hell no, bro, nah, mm-mm, nah. They haven't even done anything in the playoffs. Nah, bro, they don't crack. They don't crack. They don't make it. No way. Nah, nah, nah. They don't make it, bro. Football is not a team sport. It is a team sport, but the quarterback position is the most powerful. I feel like it's the most important position of all of sports. So while football is the ultimate team sport, the quarterback position is so important. It's the most important position in all of sports, bro. So you have to take that into account, right? I know people say, "Oh, it's more it's an ultimate team sport, and it's not just about right one position." Well, I beg to differ. Guess what? If you ain't got a quarterback, you're not winning a Super Bowl. You're not winning a Super Bowl with a terrible quarterback, bro. It doesn't happen. So you need a quarterback, bro. You need a quarterback. It's the most important position in all of sports. So while football is the ultimate team sport, the quarterback's position is the most important position of in all of sports. So it's like you can't take the two away from each other, bro. It goes hand in hand, bro. And I think that a lot of times that's the problem that a lot of people have when you look at talented team or game managing quarterback, or is it the team carrying a quarterback, or is it, a lot of times, bro, we can't. It's so difficult to do that, bro, right? Because the quarterback position, bro, is extremely important, man. So then when people say, winning is a team sport, it's a quarterback. I mean, they say winning is a team stat. It's also a quarterback stat. Like you can't take the two away from you. Can't. You can't take. They go hand in hand, bro. Quarterback and team and winning. So Dan Marino better than all but zero team around him debate over what? Dan Marino better than all? Yeah, I don't know. Dan Marino ain't got a Super Bowl. You can't be the best without a Super Bowl. Like, I'm sorry, bro. That's the thing with Dan Marino. Dan Marino was talented, talent wise, throwing the football. I mean, but now now you got to look at a lot of these older quarterbacks, bro. They're not gonna be like a lot of these young quarterbacks, these mobile quarterbacks are going to take those spots away because the NFL is changing and now you have to be mobile. Dan Marino not in this conversation, bro. Ben Roethlisberger is. I mean, now that's now y'all talking about top 10 ever, right? You talk about top 10 ever. I don't know if anybody cracks that list, right? Because you go Tom Brady. Uh, man, that's a tough list. You got to put Drew Brees in there. Ben got to be somewhere in there. Yeah, that's a whole different. That's a whole different thing, bro. But does Dan Marino crack my top 10 all time? Yeah, he does. But I mean, we talking about all time. This is a list of like just the top 10 NFL quarterbacks right now, right? But yeah, that's a whole different conversation. Big Ben. You got to put in top 10 quarterbacks of all time. You got to put somehow. We know Tom Brady the goat, duh. But I would put Peyton, Drew Brees, Big Ben, what's his name? Fucking Montana. Uh, and from there it's like pick. You could probably some people put Troy Aikman in there. Fuck it, throw Troy Aikman somewhere at the bottom. Like 7th, 8th type shit. I could make a pretty solid list for all time. Oh, United, Johnny Unitas. First, yeah, man. I mean, probably gotta, yeah. That he definitely. Yup, you got to put him somewhere in like 10th, 9th, 8th. Yeah, bro. That's a whole nother. But you kind of. I feel like top 10 quarterback if in NFL all time. I feel like universally we all got the same. It's the same 10, right? But it's all about where you place them. You know what I'm saying? So, 'cause it's not top 10, bro. It's damn near all the same guys, bro. That Brett, you got to find a way to put Brett Favre somewhere in there. So yeah, Bo Nix should be number Bo Nix. Oh wait, Bo Nix. Oh damn. Bo Nix got a case for being on this list. He got a case. He got to win a play. He got to make a playoff push. He got to make a playoff push. But again, Justin Herbert should not be on this list, bro. I would put anybody over Justin. I would put anybody. I would put anybody to replace this man, Justin Herbert. I damn don't even want y'all to see his name, bro. That's the only L on my list, if you ask me right now. As far as the order with, some of the with Dak Prescott, Rodgers, and Matthew Stafford, that's debatable, but Justin Herbert should not be in nobody's top 10, bro. I mean, what is he? He hasn't done anything, bro. He hasn't done anything, right? Now, if he was mobile and with that arm talent, it's like all he really has is an arm is the arm. He can throw, he can throw far, right? And he's accurate as well. He can make every throw. but he just throws the football well. And that's all he has going for himself right now. It's not like he's mobile. It's not like he's won playoff games. It's not like he's won a championship, been to an AFC championship, been to a Super Bowl, right? People just glaze him because he can throw a D ball. Now, Jordan Love, bro, you got nobody talking about Jordan Love. I took Jordan Love off. I had Jordan Love 10th and I took him off just because how the Packers are being little pussies crying about the Eagles tush push play. So I said fuck him. I'm just not even putting Jordan Love on this bitch. Jalen is not number one quarterback. All right, eat a dick, ban you. Shut your bitch ass up, nigga. We don't even give a fuck what you gotta say. Look, get you right out the way early. Send them to the loser lounge. Ban them. Look, you thought you was finna come in here and get your dumb ass out. He thought he really had right some type of pool in here to come in here and start yapping like people was finna start debating this goofy. He thought he really had an OP. He thought he really mattered in this bit. Huh? Get the fuck out of here, pussy. Shut up. Hey man, y'all. Hey, look, I'm finna get off here, man. Make sure y'all like, turn on post notifications. Uh, and man, I'm just really waiting for the draft. Really, it's really slow. Ain't a lot going on right now. The Eagles just picked up a receiver, whatever, man. Right. But y'all just stay locked in. Make sure y'all turn on post notifications. Like always, God bless those